Hello, I would like to welcome you to our sixth tutorial, which will focus on the making and controlling of the group. We will take a look at the sending the same or different information to the output. In this project, we use our touch display unit EST3, switching unit SA306M, and also dimming unit DA322M. Firstly, we will create a project where, by pressing the first button SW1 on the EST3 unit, we will change the value of all digital outputs on the SA306M. By second button SW2 on the EST3 unit, we will change the value of analog outputs on the DA322M. In this case, we are talking about digital group and analog group. In the second part of this tutorial, we will create a scene with three different functions. As usually, we start with the new floor. In this tutorial, we will use the name group. On the desktop, we put two switches as inputs. Two digital outputs and also analog outputs. The upper switch we will assign to the SW1 button of EST3 and lower switch to the SW2 button of the same unit. Digital outputs will be assigned with relay 2 and relay 3 of the SA306M and analog outputs with DA322M unit. Now we need to create the groups in the group manager. The first one is digital group. Digital type and the second one is analog group as analog type. If you want to use groups on the desktop, you need to be positioned at the groups bookmark. Then the special icon for groups will be available to view. Click on the icon, take it on the desktop and release the mouse button. Firstly, the digital and then analog group. For assigning digital units into the group, click on the digital group button and then click on the chosen digital units. Follow the same procedure for the analog group. Now we need to make functions for this part of project. For the switch the value of digital and analog group, we need to have two functions. First one is with name digital group switch, function type group, and function switch value. Follow the same process for analog group switch. The upper button SW1 will be assigned to the digital group. We open the orange arrow by double click. The name of wire can be, for example, digital group switch. By short down, we want to change the value of digital groups. So we need to use function digital group switch. The lower button SW2 will be assigned with analog group. The name can be, for example, analog group switch, and the same action and function, but in this time for analog group. That's all, and now we can control two groups of lights. One is analog and the second one is digital, and everything from display of EST3 unit. The second part of this tutorial is about scenes. We want to press the button SW3 on the EST3 unit, and then the irrigation will be switched on for 5 seconds after a 2-second delay. Directly after pressing the same button, SW3, the exterior light will be switched on and also dimmable lamp will be set up to 50% of light intensity. It's our task. On the desktop, we put one button as input, two digital outputs, and one dimmable light. Firstly, it's good to rename the outputs. We have already done this in our previous tutorials, but one is still missing. The output relay 1 from SA306M unit will be used for irrigation. Now we can assign the units. The push button with SW3 button on the EST3 unit. First digital output is the irrigation, second digital output as the exterior light, and dimmable light as LED GU10. Time for function. Go to the function manager and add a new one for irrigation. The name can be digital after 2 seconds, impulse 5 seconds. Function type digital and function impulse on. As a delay we need to have 2 seconds and impulse length will be 5 seconds. For second unit we have already created the function because it's digital switch on, but for last unit we need to create function with the name analog set to 50%. Function type analog and function set the level to the value of 50%. All the functions have now been created, and now we can make a connection between input and outputs. Click on the option Add Connection and the icon change the color to green. First connection is between SW3 and irrigation. We open the orange arrow by double click and put the name of this connection, for example delayed impulse. All actions for these three connections will be short down. In this case we will apply our delayed function. The second connection is between SW3 and the exterior light. The name is exterior on, action for short down with the function digital on. Last connection is between SW3 and GU10. The name can be, for example, analog to 50%, action short down, function analog to 50%. Now if you press the button SW3, irrigation will start after 2 seconds for 5 seconds. Exterior light will be switched on and LED will be set up to 50% of light intensity. That's all. Save the project, upload to the central unit and enjoy it.